Let's look at 4 common mental health issues. We think of depression, anxiety, but is that all that is common? Today you will find out. Hi everyone, my name is Sylwia. Welcome to my channel. So today's topic is 4 very common mental health issues. So how to recognize them, what are they, and how to cure them. So first mental health issue is codependency. This is very common in relationships where we think that we need the other person all of the time, and we make them feel responsible for our well-being and for our good mental health. And because it's codependency, we need to remember that one person believes that they need them and the other person feels like they can't, let's say, leave the relationship because how the other person will then manage without them. So you can see it's codependency. One person, it's all about please help me. The other person is I have to help you, and if I won't be around, how are you going to manage? So you can see how easy it is to be caught up in such a relationships where the codependency is one relies on another, one feels needy, and the other one is the saver. So how to fix that? Honest conversations, therapy, or if it's not going to work, if you have tried many things, if you have tried therapy, couples therapy, if you have worked and tried to talk, the best way sometimes is to leave that relationship. Number 2, the second mental health very common issue is identity crisis. And this is very, very common. This is where we don't know who we really are, where the questions like what are my values, what do I want, what is my life purpose, who am I, what do I want? With those questions, when you have your identity crisis, you will be very much struggling to answer those questions. And the identity crisis also can lead you to feel anxious. So you can develop anxiety disorder or even depression. So this is something that is really, really important. And how to cure it? Don't panic when you recognize in yourself that you might have identity crisis, because this is amazing opportunity for you to grow, for you to understand and to get to know yourself and understand yourself, your needs. You will be able to understand your emotions. So personal therapy, self-help books, pay attention to how you feel, what you want, and even when you don't know what you want, that is still some kind of answer. So when you don't know, you still have some kind of answer. So just listen to yourself. But therapy in this will be a great help. Number 3, and that is perfectionism. There's so many people that's struggling with perfectionism, and I was one of them. I'll be very honest. So perfectionist is the need to be flawless. So you don't allow yourself ever to make any mistakes. You are very hard on yourself. You're very demanding on yourself. Your relationship with yourself, very, very unhealthy, put it that way. It's very much based on demands, and the one of the main characteristics for perfectionism is that people with that mental health problem, they never ever can feel like they are good enough. Even when they will do everything according to what they made it to be, or what they wanted to do, it's never enough with them. And it's not only about themselves, usually it's all about themselves, but it's also about the world around. So, being very much demanding, criticizing, pessimist, you wanted to say negative. It's because the thought of making mistakes, being judged, it's so hurtful that they can't stand it. So this is why they put this mask on of being perfect, flawless. But that's just illusion, because with perfectionism, it never ends. There is always a next step, next thing to accomplish, next thing to do, next thing to achieve. It never ends. It's so exhausting. It's so exhausting. And perfectionism also can lead to depression, anxiety, and even burnout. So watch out. And how to cure it? Self-acceptance, it's a big one. It's a very big one. You have to work on self-accepting, liking yourself, building relationship with yourself. When you demand something, ask yourself, do you really need that? Or is it just you being hard on yourself? Is there fear? So once again, pay attention to yourself. And lastly, the last common mental health problem is toxic positivity. And how to even recognize toxic positivity is that there's no room for any uncomfortable emotions. Everything needs to be positive, good vibes only. It's all about sunshine and rainbows and whatever, and there's no room for storm, even though storm is just out there. It's completely disregarding and dismissing your own emotions. If the emotion will make you feel somehow uncomfortable, toxic positivity will not want to hear about that. And let me be clear on this. There's no good or bad emotions, ever. Your emotions are your guidance. So some emotions may make you feel more comfortable, some emotions, feeling them will make you feel uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean they're good or bad. They're there to help you. So with toxic positivity is something like trying to sail a boat without a compass, because your emotions is your compass. So you have to feel, to know what you want, what's good, what's not, whether is something is healthy or not. If you're dismissing that part of yourself, you're dismissing your own compass that you have built in yourself. What toxic positivity do to our life? How does it impact our mental health? Well, it creates loads of despair, disconnection from the self. you're completely not going to be authentic with yourself. So you will put a mask on just to, I'm all happy, it's all good, it's all amazing. Whether deep down you might not feel like that at all. So it creates despair from the self, which then also can lead to depression, huge anxiety, and just more issues as well. But that's the beginning. So how to cure toxic positivity? Being authentic and allow yourself to feel and be uncomfortable. Every time you go out of your comfort zone, you will have to feel uncomfortable. That's how we know we grow. So toxic positivity will keep you small, will not allow you to grow, will not allow you to get to know yourself, will not allow you to process and heal what needs to be healed. It's another mask. But deep down, you're going to be bleeding. So it's up to you what you want to do with your life. If you have recognized any of those patterns in your life, any of those mental health issues, don't suffer alone. Reach out for help. Guys, for today, that's everything. Thank you so much for being here, and I see you next week. Bye!